It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Browns and the Pats, and it's all up next.
From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Both teams sitting at 1-2 coming into this one. Somebody's going to get back to 500 here in Week 4 as away we go. This return makes it up to the 25. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Baringer to do the honors. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will go on offense. 2nd drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We have an injured player here. Looks like it's a member of the Patriots in some discomfort. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. We get a pause here. They call for a stoppage as we see Jerry Jeudy injured on the play. Worrying sight given his history, but hopefully it's nothing major. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing now on 1st down. That's complete, David Njoku. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Man in motion, headed right. From the 23. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. This 42 yards from the right hash. Carlson's kick is good. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Antonio Gibson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Patriots offense headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. On play action, here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. They get 7 on the run, but still 3rd and 13 to go. May now from the gun. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be their football. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Another carry for him. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st down, and they go right back to it. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Milton Williams making the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I love a good bootleg just like every other quarterback does. And bootlegs are most effective, Kate, when you're running it first and you deceive that defense. But if you're not running it, or it's a poor fake, or you got a defense that is sound, or you have the opportunity to get hit in the face in less than 2 seconds, just like that. Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Pats will take over. The New England offense running out now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Going play action, May. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackled there by Jerome Baker.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They got this after forcing a punt at the end of 1. Throw reeled in by Njoku. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 28. Pass complete to Thrash. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from the 41. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 42. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. He gets him a bunch of yards back, 9 on that play, and it's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. They're throwing it. Finds Judy near the sideline. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Carlson's kick is good. And that will add to their score. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here's New England, ready once again on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Demario Douglas. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a New England 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Operating from the gun, here's May. He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Browns and this running back headed back out for a new series. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Here's a give up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. Well, it's a perfect play to break it big.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, they'll run. They'll cobble together a yard there. Milton Williams making the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Here's a throw. Connection made to Judy. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. It's the Browns with 1st and 10. Back to throw now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Setting up a throw. On the slant, complete to Judy. And they bring him down around the 34. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He's dropping back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives the Browns a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Finding Judy. And this one does not go far. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Jerry Judy, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. That one complete to Njoku. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Carlson's kick is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Patriots back on offense late in the first half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. First down throw for May. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the air on first down, May. Hits him on the out route. And he gets him around 6 there. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Ramondre Stevenson makes the catch. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So that's halftime here in this one. The Browns on the road, but currently in front. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The New England offense with the football. They get it first here in the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Gibson here from the gun. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's May. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Rush coming for May. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Here's the pistol snap to May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
The beauty of defensive tackles is they come in all shapes and sizes, from 280 pounds to almost 400 pounds in their football gear, Kate. But when you get one of those war daddies that can shed a tackle and create a negative loss like that, well, those guys are real hard to find.
Now May on 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Throwing it to start this drive. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They're going play action. He put everything he had into this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
May now from the gun. He'll get this to Henry. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up. That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. New set of downs for him at the 38. To throw here on first down. Short pass brought in. This is ahead for about 5. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Offense to the line for second down. He'll throw it yet again. That's Tillman. He's got it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good for a gain of 5. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Carlson's kick is good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
Well, when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
On the return, here's Gibson. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Bails out of the and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost. I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Milton Williams making the stop. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's Browns ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tried getting it to Jerry Jeudy. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of sand, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
The Browns are lined up to punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt goes 63 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
18 Cardinal.
Throwing is May. Henry on the catch. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. On play action, here's May. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down? His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The visitors returning their offense, and this running back to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. To throw it on first down. That one complete to Njoku. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Got a man, it's Njoku. And he'll get it up to the 44. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 3rd and just 2 to go. Now looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're left with 4th and short. The Browns are lining up to punt. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fight's deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The Patriots offense all set to go. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And they send a man in motion. To throw, here's May. Caught by Diggs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. May now. That's taken in by Henry. And he's tackled for a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball. Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Traps, screens, draws, you need the element of surprise. The problem is, this defense was all over that draw. You couldn't fool them, even if you wanted to.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. And this is going to put them up to 6 punts today. Collects this at the 32. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will go on offense. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Airing it out to start this drive. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw it. He'll get this to Tillman. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Browns leading by 6. Second down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time, 1:55 to go. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll run here on first down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Going to the ground again on first. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Motioning him from the slot right. Another one for Ford. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Staying on the ground with Ford. Oh, he lost the football! And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his...
Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game.
Previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground, while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Carlson's kick is good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. To the air on first down, May. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to the air, it's May. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Looking to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.